Alright guys, it's the Fields Bros here, and Dragon Ball Super episode 111 is officially in the books. The official title is Extreme Battle of Another Dimension, Hit vs. Jiren. The episode starts off with Frieza giving Goku some ki, and then we get right into Hit vs. Jiren. What was your reaction with this fight?
It was pretty much everything I thought it would be. I definitely thought Jiren was the better fighter because he's so powerful, but the one mistake I thought Hit made, and Hit definitely pulled out every trick he had. He was using the time skip. Jiren seemed to be able to counter all of it, and his dimension technique didn't work either. But he used his special technique, his death strike or whatever, and I feel like he baited Jiren into blocking that, and then he used the time skip to go through it, and then was able to land that strike on Jiren, which put that dent in him. And it seemed like the way his power worked was Jiren was frozen as long as Hit had that little ball of ki in his hand. That's why we saw Jiren crush it, and then he was freed up. But he had Jiren basically frozen, and I thought he was telling the Universe 6 Saiyans to attack him, but then I realized that even if they did, it wouldn't damage him.
Right.
It wouldn't be, they're too weak. But anyways, Jiren was able to basically resist this freeze technique and crush that ball that Hit got created. And once Jiren was freed, he was done. There was no more mercy left. He eliminated Hit right then and there.
Yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but at the very first exchange they have an exchange, and Hit's time skip, as you said, isn't working. Crazy time skip exchange, and Jiren blocks all of Hit's attacks. You know what I mean? An amazing fight, amazing exchanges. And then we see the Universe 6 Namekians try to sneak up on Goku. They are Saniru and Purina. Universe 6 Namekians, and Gohan and Piccolo step in and help Goku. So it's 2-on-2, Gohan and Piccolo versus the Universe 6 Namekians. Then we see a scene of Universe 2 Ribrianne versus Vegeta. Vegeta's in his base form.
And they hide from him.
And then they hide from Vegeta. Then it's back to Hit versus Jiren. Now, Caulifla, she wanted to help Jiren, but Kabe would not let her. You want to explain why?
Like I was saying, Kabe is starting to get smart now. He's starting to pick his battles and understand, like, jumping into this Hit Jiren battle is pointless for those characters.
Right.
And Caulifla is naive enough to where she thinks that she could be of any assistance, and her attacks wouldn't do anything.
Exactly. So right after that, it's the commercial break, and right when we get back, Hit lands his kill technique on Jiren.
Yeah, like I said.
And Hit
freezes him.
Like, he lands the hit on Jiren, and Jiren almost gets eliminated. He gets pushed back to the very edge of the ring, and something happens to Jiren. He has the dent on his chest from Hit's strike, and the time skip animation appears all around Jiren. And you talked about how he was frozen, and Hit had that ball of energy.
It's essentially an extension of Hit's Tokitobashi technique. It's once he lands that strike on you, then that energy ball was created. It was like Hit's energy was tied to Jiren, and it was freezing him in place.
Yeah, and Jiren was struggling.
And Jiren was, at first, he was completely motionless because there was an overwhelming amount of pressure holding him in place. And then he starts to, resist because he's that strong. And then the dude starts to walk.
Yeah.
He starts to walk towards Hit. And then
Jiren overpowers Hit and frees himself, and then Hit gets eliminated.
As soon as Jiren was freed up, folks, like, the moment this dude was able to move again, it was over. He used that one attack that he used on last episode when Goku almost got eliminated.
Right.
And he pulled himself up on the stage.
That super violent energy beat.
He was in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 or something, and he charged Jiren. And then Jiren did that thing with his eyes where those bullet-like energy blasts shoot you.
Yeah.
They shot Goku from multiple directions, and nobody
could see it. Then that happened to Hit.
He did that to Hit, but 100 times worse. He fucking wrecked him with that attack. Hit goes flying through a bunch of mountains. Kaba sees Hit flying through.
Yeah.
And then Jiren comes over there. He does the same move he did to Kale when she was raging.
Right.
And just blasted Hit in the air.
And turns around
blew him
as
up,
it explodes.
turned him over, crossed his arms. Like it was all business. He could have done that from the very beginning, and he played with Hit, and he allowed Hit to almost fuck him. He took Hit a little lightly, which allowed Hit to land that freezing technique. But no mercy from Jiren.
Hit gets eliminated, and then Dispo and Topo guard Jiren while he recovers his energy. It appears
after the battle with Ultra Instinct Goku and Hit, he's going to need a few minutes to stand there and charge.
Jiren is meditating, and his barrier is still up. A Universe 3 or 4 member, I believe, tried to attack him.
Reminds me of Deborah's meditative state where he was charged to get his ki up.
Yep, and then Goku is plotting to beat Jiren at the very end of the episode. So that's all the rundown, but just your reaction. Like, how would you rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't think it was as good as the last episode, but because the last episode was like
It was hyped for so long,
it was
bro.
hyped for so long. This was definitely worth the watch. It definitely was an exciting episode. But I
Right.
feel like, if you're asking my personal opinion, I would have rather this been a 2 episode battle.
Right.
But then again, Jiren's so strong, it might not have been logical to have it go on that long.
Yeah, dude, Jiren is just OP. And any overall thoughts on the Universe 6 Namekians? What little we got out of them? Was it cool to see them?
Yeah, I definitely thought it was cool. They said something like they could tell Piccolo was the same as them, but
Right.
I'm sure Piccolo's exceptional among the Namekians.
And for those who don't know, the names of the Universe 6 Namekians are Saoniru and Purina. So it's the Fields Bros. This is the Dragon Ball Super Episode 111 review. Extreme Battle of Another Dimension.
Hit's eliminated.
Hit versus Jiren. Hit is eliminated. Peace.